Hey everyone, welcome to NFT Art Galaxy. Really excited today, and I'm always excited, but I do have AlgoFotos on today. He is a gentleman who I met early on in my NFT endeavors, I guess you would say. So really excited to have him on. Very creative, got some of his trinkets, looking at some of his time lapses. Really, I think the first photographer that I have on the show. So really excited to have you on and kind of get to know who you are and kind of what you're doing, what you're up to, and what's going on. Welcome.
Cool, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, longtime trinkets supporter, and I know that the one that you have is actually in the Beam Vault. So
Yes, I moved
uh,
that guy right here, Mr.
that
Prince
was a
Albert.
pretty cool. That was a pretty cool thing to see along the way. So again, thank you for your support of that, and also, being in the Beam Vault. What's up, man? You are a busy guy, so I can't imagine uh, if
Well,
you sleep. I don't know.
this
Do you
is
sleep
this
at all?
I do sleep sometimes on the couch, but that's by choice. But no, very excited. I mean, this whole space has kind of brought a whole new energy to my life. So very excited about the Algo fam, NFTs, the creativity, and just I love it. I love creatives. It's just, I mean, gosh, I mean, you do so many cool things.
Yeah, it's a great space right now. Like, I mean, yeah, we're at the time of this, obviously we're kind of in a bear market. Um, but as far as a whole, looking at the broad picture, it's a great space to be in. There's a lot of people that are coming in, and people like me that maybe I've been in for longer than some people, but I'm still, fine tuning things and finding my niche and things like that. There's a lot of people that are doing things to grow the space, like reach. I don't understand a lot of that coding stuff, but reach and the companies that are building on like frequency and things like that, they're doing music stuff,
Yeah.
and it's a good time to be in the Algorand space, I think.
But it's exciting. Yeah. I mean, being in the Twitter spaces and kind of hearing all those people talk and just kind of following them. I know we got South by Southwest coming up, and some pretty exciting things going on. Yeah. I wish I knew how to develop all this stuff, and you know,
I wish I
it's
knew
so
what they were
cool.
talking about most of the time, but I do go on later, and I'll either ask somebody or I'll just, go Google what a few of those terms that stuck out, So, hey,
Yeah, man.
figure it
Awesome.
out somehow.
So you got some new exciting things happening. I see here. I'm pretty excited about it. I saw your new headline on your Twitter page called Lapse, and then I see these lapses and such, and pretty exciting stuff you got going on here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've got a collection that's going to be going on Rand Gallery to start off on 3/11, March 11th, and just going to start off with about 6 pieces, no shuffle or anything like that, straight to the market.
Okay.
Just to see, this is something brand new for me, not making them, but turning them into NFTs and testing where we're at in the market, what the reaction from the community is going to be. The last thing I think I wanted to do was put out too many, but then again, I didn't want to just limit it. So yeah, that's how I landed on the number 6. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll check back in with you,
Yeah.
but yeah, kind of just progressing it, not away from photography, but just adding to my collection of NFTs that I'm creating and created on Algorand. So it's exciting. I enjoy making these. They take a lot more time. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, all right, even if I sold, for a small amount, lower than I
Yeah.
have some of the photos listed, if I take 2 hours shooting, another hour driving, and then a couple hours to 4 or 5 hours editing, if I take all those photos, I was like, yeah, but that's not as fun. It's not as fun. And I really think the product at the end, like I had to ask a group chat the other day. I was like, hey, what does this look like with Twitter compression on it? And they're like, yeah, it looks great. Yeah, no, there's nothing. So
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty big undertaking. I mean, I'm not new to time lapses. I don't think anybody is, but I haven't seen them here, on these platforms as NFTs. And I think they're beautiful. I mean, I just, like you said, though, they probably take a long time, especially if you're doing one, a day to night one, or, I mean, I can't even imagine what you're putting out with your
yeah,
creativity.
they do. I mean, and a lot of the art that is turned into NFTs on Algorand takes a lot of time, whether it is to edit or something like that. Maybe not, uh, my art. I'm not going to say that, to edit a photo or shoot it, edit and have it online takes as long as it is to make a time lapse. But yeah, I enjoy it. I guess back to that, I'm going to keep it going, and it may be something in the future that I think about doing shuffles with a larger amount of the time lapses. And then we have things like Don't Be Coy. That's just a straight video that I
Yeah.
shot over at the Botanic Gardens, and I thought it was pretty cool with the koi fish, and you even see one of them lock lips there at one point. So
That's awesome. Yeah, man, looks like a lot of fun. So where do you get like your inspiration from? Is it just other artists, or just things that you see in nature, or you just kind of wake
yeah,
up
I
one
mean,
day, or have a dream at night about what you're going to do tomorrow?
so it's kind of like a mental exercise of like, okay, like, yes, I enjoy, shooting like photos of the night sky and the stars, but it's something I don't want to get too ingrained into one thing, to where I'm shooting over and over the same thing and I lose that excitement over it. But yeah, it's a lot of times it's mainly like, okay, I'm gonna set out to go out and shoot, and I'm gonna let my eyes lead me and explore and see what I find. Stop on the side of the road a lot. So
I bet. And you met these guys up here, these deer?
yeah, I've indirectly met those guys before, and I saw them quite often. I will say, and I did put this. Sorry, my dog is trying to get up in here.
That's all good.
I put this out to make sure that everybody knows that yes, I do see deer, and they do get close. Those are actually captured on like a trigger camera. So I wasn't technically standing right there. I wish, like, yes, I probably would have. I would have brought that photo out a long time ago, a few months ago, if I was able to get them that close. But
Was that from this setup here?
no, that's
No,
actually from like
that's
some
something
people
different.
call them trail cameras. You can just, I have them strapped to like a metal rod that's driven into the ground, and so when everything's
Wow,
quiet, they creep up.
this
They
one's like
like to,
talking to you.
yeah, that one, like I just love the expression on his face. He's like, what, how did you catch me? Uh,
I'm,
um
I'm gonna be an NFT. What?
I'm gonna be an NFT. I originally, I posted a good morning video of where I was walking outside, and I had my phone with me, obviously, and there were some deer that were running around the property, and so I was able to walk towards them fairly close. And you kind of see in that video on Twitter of how close I can get to them without them really getting spooked and running away. And it got a lot of reception on Twitter, and even the first time it's happened to me, someone like has specifically said, "Hey, turn that into an NFT." I was like, "Okay, you gave me a little idea here," and
Yeah.
I have, you know, trail camera photos of a few different animals, and I was like, my dear friends. It's a good play on words. I enjoy that. So
I missed that one somehow. Oh, there's your T-lap jet drawing there. That was pretty cool.
yeah, that was interesting. I made some mistakes on that one, but I corrected them in the end. They were purely my own right click wrong, place wrong time thing. But yeah, that was a fun one to do. I saw it and I thought, man, I need to go ahead and do something while I have the time.
Well, I was
And,
like shocked that it came from you, and not to say, because I was like, you're more of like a photographer, and
yeah,
I got the trinkets and I'm doing this, and then I'm like, wow, he's multifaceted. Like, I have no idea how to do that. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, that's awesome. Oh, this is the one you're
there
talking
you go.
about.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. And kind of get to see them,
Wow.
acknowledge that I'm there. And then as I get closer, they finally
There they go.
realize, like, okay, last step. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, growing up, my parents, they shared with my aunt a house in the Poconos. We used to go there for the summers, and deer were everywhere, bears. I mean, so this kind of brings me back a little. Very cool. I never thought to take photos of them like that, up close.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. So what else you got going on?
Really just getting ready for like I said, the lapse. I'm still gonna have photos. I'm not, completely moving away from regular still image photos. I'm still gonna have those on different marketplaces. But specifically with the time lapses, I'm also gonna incorporate still images in the form of kind of, I guess you would call it maybe your utility.
Okay.
For these NFTs, or one of the utilities, quote unquote. You'll get a companion image that is just a still static image of one of those frames that's also been edited, and that's a separate NFT, minted on its own, that you can do what you will with. And I'll even say that I've gone a step further, and in the metadata, if you want to call it description, I did go ahead and let people know that with the companion image, the still image that you get with the lapse NFT, you also own the commercial rights to that image. So if you have something that a business, you want to use that image for, go
Very
ahead.
cool.
So
hey, that's some pretty good utility there. That's pretty cool.
I don't want to get too far into, like, the discussion of whether you have to have utility or whether you can on your own. Like, I kind of sit closer to, if you love the art, then buy the art, or if you want to support someone, buy the art. So that's what I would say with most of my NFTs. If you like them and they speak to you, you like something about them, then okay.
I agree with that. I know we were having a discussion in Spaces yesterday, and I didn't really want to chime in too much, but if you are a purist with art, you go back to any great artist, you buy them for the art, not the utility. I'm gonna buy a Monet because it's a Monet, not because he's gonna give me a swimming pool if I buy. It's kind of silly.
Exactly.
But I also see it, though, where the world is going a little bit, where people want things. They want to be part of communities. They want stuff, like the Bored Apes. I'm a part of this cool club. I get this perk, I get that perk. And it's a 1,000-piece generated, art, which is still art, but it serves more as a ticket to something. So I can see both sides, but like you're saying. Yeah, I wouldn't get caught up in it. I
kind of tend more towards, the buying it for the art or buying it to support someone. But also, you have to acknowledge, and this my last little soapbox stand for this is you have to acknowledge that there's different types of NFTs now, and there's going to continue to be NFTs that are completely
Right.
the utility may be so much baked in, as they say, that that's the only thing that the NFT does is the utility. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'm excited about music coming into the space a little bit more. Like I said, with all the collaborations that I have, it should be a good time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know you're going to be working with some cool artists and creators, which is really cool. But yeah, I think, I mean, you know, all of these different platforms, Zesplume, the Dart Room, Rand, Algo Gems, all these other like you know, they're not very much differentiated. You know, they say, you know, maybe they're for photographers or they're for more fine art, or but I mean, it's just the art is kind of everywhere right now, I think, at this point. So where do you find you want to place most of your art or photos or lapses, or do you have a like a method
So
to figure
method
that
to my
out?
madness.
Because
Yeah,
I haven't figured that out myself.
this is just what I've recently come to and decided on, is that I'm gonna do the sectioning of it myself. So personally, I'm on all of those marketplaces that you described. And so like here on Dartroom, they have it to where you can separate the collection. So floral, those are photos of
Right.
flowers that I've photographed, you know. And so then on Zestbloom, I have a collection of my dear friends right now. And that's what I have on Zestbloom. Not to say that I can't and might not slip in some other things, you know, but right now I'm putting it there. And then lapses are going on Rand. And Algo X NFT is mainly, I'm kind of looking for the auction side of that, as
Yeah.
well as just to buy it now. I've got black and white photos on there, and then that one snuck in there, the Quiet Oats. So I don't know if I'm too spread out. We'll see. You know, we're all, as they say, we're all early, but
Yeah.
we really are at a point of innovation when it comes to all these marketplaces and, you know, startups and gigabrains. And I'm not one of them, but I'm down for the ride. I really
Yeah.
enjoy it. I love watching people compete with each other and win and pivot.
Yeah, man. No, I'm with you. I feel like we're kind of on the same wavelength with a lot of this stuff. I think you're a little bit more creative than I am, but at least executing it. But yeah, I mean, it's we're early. I think it's exciting. You know, I can't wait to see what's going to happen in another 3 months. I mean, I've just been in the space since November, you know, kind of end of November as a collector, and then making NFTs since January, since basically
January,
2 months. It's like,
but
okay.
you learn so much, and you know, you came in as a collector, and like you may have, you know, you may have had an advantage when it came at around
Yeah.
time to the launch with T-Lop. So
Yeah. Well, I just was getting excited about it. So I was like, let me start this YouTube channel. You know, as I get educated, try to educate people. If I can educate one person or bring someone onto the space, I think that, you know, that's kind of a success. So
yeah,
yeah, so very excited about that. So yeah, man, really appreciate you having you on. And, you know, is there anything else that you want to share with us as
I think that kind of covers it, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do for the ecosystem and for creators and collectors. Thank you for having me here. Thank you. Oh, I do have one last thing. I did already mention them, but again, shout out to Dick LaFlame, Middle Doug, Spendigo, and D4. You heck of a guy for picking up that piece just last night. So thank
yeah,
you. And
man.
thank you to everybody that supported me. That is something I do need to add in there. If you've supported me so far and you're interested in the lapse NFTs that are going to be coming out soon. I'm definitely going to have holder shuffles, giveaways as well as shuffles. So one, you would be able to get it for a lower price than mint. The second, you'd get it for free. And then also specifically to the trinkets, my ride or die collection of, you know, maybe 18 people that purchase those. Well, I'm also going to do separate giveaways and stuff with the lapses for you guys as well. So
sweet.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm really excited about this lapse thing that you got going on, and I can't wait to see the other ones, you know, because as I've been seeing them over the past like few days, as you've been putting them out with the gear, and just, I mean, I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to put AlgoFotos, all of your links down below, so people can see where your stuff is, if they're not on Twitter or not on Discord. Do you have a Discord too?
I'm part of the ALGO photo club. Yes.
Okay.
So we're a group of photographers, and this was basically a combination of the very first photography groups on ALGO NFTs. In ALGO NFTs, we combined last year, and so I'm in there, and you kind of use that to keep the Discord number down, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Lots of great artists in there, but yes, we've got to work on the Discord numbers, but that's
cool.
That's opinion for somebody else to work on that.
All right, I'll put that link in there though too. I do.
Cool. Thank you.
I am a member of that Discord as well. I actually had I now pay for my Discord. Well, number one, because the Timelapse, some of the videos that people made through the contest, I wasn't able to upload them onto the site because they're too big,
right?
Unless I bought it. And then the second reason was I had 100 Discords. Not to say I'm in every one of them, but anytime someone wanted me to join another one or whatever, I would have to get rid of one to join another one. So they finally got me.
They got you. I you know, and I've heard of people that are selling rental space in their Discords as well, and that's, to be honest with you, that's something I've thought about, just because, like, hey, if I want to run, like, I want to take advantage of a Discord shuffle but not have my own Discord, here's a pop-up shop for a month over here in Timelapse, you know, the land of possibilities. We'll have to work on a rate or something like that first before I sign on, but I think that's for anybody listening, you should do that as well.
I'm up for anything though. I'm up for anything for the greater good. So, all right, guys, love the video, share the video, like it, send it to your grandmother, make your kids watch it. I don't know. But until next time, really appreciate AlgoFotos. Very excited to have you on, and we'll love to have you on again as this new project of yours grows.
I'd love to do it.
All right. Thanks so much.
See you, man.